What up, y'all? Welcome to Randomville episode 3. We doing it live. We replacing Moses with Jorly, but soon enough we'll have all 4 of us on the live. Actually, we got 4 and 5 right here with Jorly, Camila, and Chloe showing up in the video. So we got enough people on here to have a little bit of fun. But yeah, so we come to episode 3. Hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, please click the subscribe, click the like, ring that bell. That way you get notifications when we post new podcasts. So yeah, so how's everyone doing? Everyone doing good on this quarantine?
You guys sipping on something or what?
What you drinking on? Hold on.
Some whisk.
Finishing my fourth.
Is that the tequila?
Yeah, my 4th bottle.
That's your 4th?
Yeah, since it came out.
What's the name of it again? Cool. I was trying to Google Ciroc tequila and nothing was coming up.
Nah. You're looking at the wrong thing.
You told me.
Nah.
Tequila.
I'm
gonna tell my Mexican coworkers. I was like, yeah, man, for Cinco de Mayo, I was drinking with my brother. He got the new Ciroc tequila.
No.
Ciroc tequila.
Jorly. Yeah. The Rock tequila.
Oh, damn it.
Ciroc tequila.
Oh, hold on. Let me get this one.
I'm all looking like, remember, because I had like a paper label. I'm like, I don't see the label anywhere.
No, it's called. Oh, there you go. It's called Terramana.
Okay, but the company is The Rock.
No, that's the company right there, Terramana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's Spanish for the rock.
Yeah, it's Spanish.
No, it's Spanish for Ciroc.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can say anything. I don't understand a drop of Spanish. A little in there, but I'll believe it.
I believe it. I'll take his word for it.
Yeah.
As long as I got this.
I might have to start.
What you drinking tonight? John?
That same whiskey, that same Japanese whiskey, that hibiki.
Right.
Yeah, trying something different.
Yeah.
But you guys, we got.
I brought the bottle this time, so I haven't been able to show the bottle because it's been in the other room. But
the Terramana.
We're getting a little deeper into these podcasts, so that Terramana got it on lock. Not it's made by The Rock, not Ciroc.
Not Ciroc.
Mistaken a huge fan.
Although I do like Ciroc vodka. This is made by The Rock.
We want to give a shout out to our featured sponsors, Ciroc. Come and holler at my boy.
Yo,
we'll get you on.
If the whiskey company, Ciroc, Terramana, y'all want to throw a sponsorship our way, we'll throw you a straight up 30-second ad if you want. That's all good.
Give us the ad code so our subscribers can get a discount.
Yeah, y'all want to give us some coupon codes. Y'all want to get us some followers. You want to give us some promo videos.
Put in Jorly 30 for 30% off.
Y'all, anybody out there that want to sponsor Randomville, y'all let us know. We for sale, We ain't too proud, so
we ain't proud.
Sponsor limited.
What's the hot thing? Let's see. Manscaped is the hot one. Let's see. On it, any you see
Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova.
No, it's starting to go down now though, because nobody could go out and show out.
Yeah, Wish. If you want to get at us, we'll do the ad too. Anybody, we'll throw in some good ads. Just let me know. I'll even direct. It'll be scripted and everything. So we're just saying, we ain't too shameful over here to say if y'all want to get on this podcast as a sponsor, we're good. I'll throw your name up here in the corner for the whole time the podcast is going on.
Just right here.
I'll be like the Lakers and get a little wish symbol on my shirt and wear it the whole time. We're good. All right. So, hey, I know y'all. I know in the little group chat we've been sharing back and forth. You guys got any good viral videos going on?
Oh man. Just the random Mike Tysons.
Oh, yo, so what's up with Mike Tyson now?
The Mike Tyson comebacks.
Yeah, we oh man, we all big fighting fans over here, but this Mike Tyson, he is on a comeback. I said it to y'all earlier. This dude is gonna murder somebody on accident. just because all the new videos of him, yeah, he got that killer instinct again. And I don't know if he off the meds or on the meds. I don't know. But he looked ready for war.
He's back in shape.
Did somebody try to challenge him? Or somebody call him out?
So what I read was some dude from was it Australia or something like that said he'll fight him for charity.
Yeah, I've seen Tyson Fury's dad too. Tyson Fury's dad said he wanted to fight him.
That might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
all these dudes got a death wish. That's all I'm saying.
I know. I seen his trainer, like his trainer probably scared as shit getting hit like that.
Yo,
he's a brave man though.
You see those pads though? Those pads are thick, like
they're
super thick. Super thick. He's still taking shots. Like you can still see he feeling them. Like oh man.
And he's backing up all the time too.
Yeah. You can see his whole body just be like boom, boom, every
So he's sparring with his trainer recently?
Yeah, he's just hitting the mitts. He's just hitting the mitts and like hitting to the body. He's wearing like the whole bodysuit. But he's hitting like he was like 19 years old again, dude. Like 18 years old. Like he just looks.
He got the
speed, just with gray hair.
The technique.
Yeah. No, and he's back in shape too. He's looking ripped, right?
No, yeah, he looked real good. Cause it was like 2 months ago. The dude said give him like was it like 2 months and he'll be in shape. And all of a sudden, 2 months later, just out of nowhere, these training videos show up, and the dude is lean again, man. He's super lean.
Dude, he's looking lean.
For all those out there in the internet who haven't seen it, this ain't the Hangover Mike Tyson. This is Mike Tyson in his right after his prime. Yeah, this dude is big. So I feel for any of those dudes who go out there and try to match up with Mike Tyson. So it'll be game over.
Especially if you find somebody like his age. You know what I mean? Like a Tyson 53 is like you gotta
imagine like we talk about it all the time. People got that no, not even that, but people got all the time that old man strength, you know? Like the older you get like a certain like density in your bones or something that make you a little bit stronger. That's what I'm saying. And so combine that with what Tyson was before this, I wouldn't even you couldn't pay me to get in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Not even
with headgear. You get me full gear.
Not even like fat Mike Tyson.
Yeah. That on what was it, the hangout when he get that right hook, yo, it still looked clean. I was like, man.
Yeah.
Never forget. It's like walking. It's like.
Yeah. He got that muscle memory. He got that muscle memory.
Yeah, he do. Because he's still like bobbing and weaving, like right after he hits, like he's over there like moving to his left. He still got it.
Yeah, he got that speed too, man. Like he's quick on those movements. So I don't know, we out here in California, we Randomville. I don't know if y'all seen it, but down in San Diego area, a city called Santee, got these crazy people showing up to the grocery stores in a KKK hoodie and a swastika mask. Man, I seen this on my feed. I was like, who are these people? They just think the quarantine allowed this stuff?
Like, why here, right? Like, it's close to home, you know?
That's terrible. But, like, I'm from like, El Cajon. Like, I grew up in El Cajon, and Santee's just, like, the next neighborhood over. So I'm used to seeing that stuff, but then to see it, like, now is kind of weird because, like, the generations, as we grow older, like, that stuff kind of, like, disappeared.
No, and you think about it, like Santee itself, I know back in the past, it used to be known for that kind of activity. But you know, with all kind of the new development and new houses, and Santee got like a whole new like town center out there.
A whole new look, just like they got a Chick-fil-A now, right?
Yeah, they got Chick-fil-A. They got the and they got that chicken place with the chicken fingers.
Yeah,
like,
Canes.
They got Canes out there. Like it's the only Canes in San Diego, and they got a Canes.
That's right.
And you would think like that's a leading into they kind of get rid of the riffraff, you know?
Yeah. Nah, they got the high rankers over there, dude. They got the wizards and shit out there.
Every time someone say wizard,
it's like the nerdiest shit.
What do you got?
Y'all ever seen the toy? Richard Pryor, the toy?
No.
Oh, okay. It's an old movie back in the day, but there's a scene in there where he's talking to white people and he called them the wizard and talking about him going to a Klan meeting. Every time someone called somebody with the hoodie a wizard, I always think of that movie.
Dude, that's what they call their like high-ranking like people is like dragons and like wizards. It's like the nerdiest shit, but it's like their most high-ranking.
In the Klan, that's their nickname?
Yeah, like the high people are like in their little chapters or whatever they call
them.
Yeah. Wizards.
This is all new to me.
Yeah. So on the topic of quarantine and the crazy stuff going on right now, any tourists in Hawaii who show up have to go on a mandatory 2-week lockdown in their hotel room. Have you guys seen this?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
So I ain't a rich man, but most of my vacations in Hawaii, I think the longest one was 2 weeks. Like, you imagine,
what are you gonna do?
Imagine planning a 2-week vacation in Hawaii. You get there and you gotta sit in your room the whole time. I'd be canceling. But the only reason I know that they still trying to enforce this is there's been stories of people like not abiding by this and going out and trying to do stuff. And first of all, like nothing's open, just like everywhere else kind of in the world. Things are starting to slowly open up, but I think Hawaii is one of the last ones to like come around and have things. But yeah, man, imagine going to Hawaii and just being locked in your room the whole time.
Like it'd be pointless. Like we didn't even stay a whole 2 weeks when we went last year. So it was just like probably 10 days.
Yeah.
And it's mandatory. Like how are they? Like who's monitoring that?
Well, I don't know who is monitoring.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we follow your ass. Yeah. We're following you to your room.
I know. One of the stories I was reading was the hotel reported their guests trying to leave the hotel.
I seen that. I seen that article on like they snitched on like 2 like Vietnamese tourists, right?
Yeah, they try to leave.
I don't know if they're like from Vietnam, but like they're Vietnamese, but they're like tracking them down because they tried to escape the hotel room.
Yeah. I feel them. Like I kind of felt for the tourists. Like I want to see Hawaii too. Like I've been to Hawaii multiple times, and every time I go, I still want to get out. But
yeah,
I mean, why would you? I mean, I don't know if they from a foreign country and they're not offering hotel and airline discounts or refunds. But I know here they are. I would just take the refund. I ain't trying to sit in my room for 14 days. I don't even care if I got an ocean view, bro. I ain't trying to go.
You're escaping too, huh?
I'm jumping out that window, making a rope out of sheets, bro.
It's all first floor.
Better have enough sheets.
I'd be on the first floor trying to get those sheets. I don't know.
Damn.
All right, well, it's good to hear you guys doing good. It's good to hear you guys doing good. It's good to hear everyone being safe. So let's roll down on some sports. NFL schedule just released. And I know the majority of our fan is Charger fans, so we'll kind of skip over the Charger season. Not right now. I mean, we'll go over it, but not right now. So for right now, the commissioner says the season will start on schedule. So if we're looking at the schedule, every team, every game, why don't y'all hit me up with some of the games that you guys are most looking forward to?
Every Kansas City game.
That's what I'm like.
Nah, but like Mahomes is exciting, and no doubt, no matter what team he plays, he's gonna have one play that hits Sports Center, right?
Yeah.
But I ain't trying to watch Mahomes go take on like the Browns or Mahomes take on like that's not a game that I would tune into. I could wait
Like
for
a
the
pointless
highlights.
ass.
Yeah, that's like I know they're gonna win. Yeah, he's gonna have some kind of pass where he like take the ball and throw it behind his head and end up 60 yards downfield. I can watch that on Sports Center. I don't need to see that live. I don't gotta watch a pointless game for 60 minutes to see that one play. But like on the topic of Chiefs, the Chiefs play the Ravens on a Monday night game on September 28th. Now that one, Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. I'm looking forward to that.
Is that like the weekend after Christmas?
No, that's September 28th.
Oh, September 28th.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna skip over a couple of Chargers because we'll do Charger Corner a little bit later. But
are they gonna do an audience though? Like, what's that looking like?
Yo, so that's one thing they haven't decided. And I know, and to round back to the Chargers, I know not the Chargers, but old boy from the Rams. I know he's pushing for crowds because he got that brand new stadium he got to pay for.
Yeah.
So I think NFL's still considering no fans.
I see. It's off topic, but like still in sports. But this past weekend I watched. I don't know if you guys caught it, but the UFC, the first UFC event.
I did.
On the island. On the island?
Nah.
I don't think it was on an island, but they just didn't do an audience. So
yeah, it was here.
Entourage, and like Joe Rogan was still commentating, and so was DC. Mm-hmm. It was like the weirdest thing, dude. Like just having no audience. Like it was just so weird. Like all you heard was like the floor mats. Because one of the things that I was when I was watching that, one of the things I was thinking about was even in a gym, you got other people working out. Like when you were sparring, right? You got other people working out. You got music going. You got like lots of noise. But when you're watching that UFC game, the UFC fights, there was nothing. There was none of that.
You could hear the trainer clear, but I mean,
that's the thing is like when they were in the corners, like they're basically whispering to you, like your game plan.
Yeah,
they're basically just like how we're talking right now, like lower than that because they're they don't want to hear or they don't want anybody to hear their game plan because that's all you could hear. Yeah. It's just them talking.
Okay.
You could clearly hear. Yeah. I mean, and then when they were fighting, the trainers, like when they were shouting things out, I mean, it was they weren't even overlapping. It was how clear it was. Like you could hear what they were telling them to do, which was crazy.
It just sucks for like people that fight or like even in a regular sport that where like you kind of feed off of your fans and like that's what gets you hyped. And of course I imagine like the majority of athletes are like that, like they feed off of that energy. And man, it sucks to not have it. Yeah, the crowd and just not have that at all.
Yeah, no, they had the 20-second knockout. 20-second knockout.
Yeah.
You imagine how crazy if
One
they
of the
had
fights
the arena.
20 seconds, bro.
Imagine how crazy that arena would have been filled with people on that 20 seconds. Because it was like a good, I counted like 5-6 clean shots to take them down. And I mean, you get one clean shot, usually the arena goes crazy. But in that sequence, it was just erupted.
He just rushed them and just laid them out.
But also what I noticed was also because there was no crowd. Like for a second, I was stunned. Like I had to rewatch that clip to say, did he actually like hit him? Like did he make contact? Because there was no excitement. And like even when I noticed even when I watch like on pay-per-view or whatever, like I feed off of what's going on live with the crowd. Like if the crowd gets hyped, like I tend to notice impact hits a lot more. So that's one thing. So back to the NFL, like without fans, it's gonna suck. Well, I don't know about suck. It
ain't gonna be the same for sure.
It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same. You think about like home field advantage. There's no home field advantage.
Like speaking of like the Chiefs too, like the Chiefs got the loudest fans.
Yeah, you got the Chiefs, the Seahawks.
Yeah. And that's got to give them like an extra boost to like energy too, like hearing that shit. And then now they can't even have that.
Yeah. Definitely the hype is gone. So some of the games ain't gonna really whatever. It's funny because everyone got those memes like NFL's talking about playing games with no fans, so they called the Browns or they called the Chargers. Like,
Chargers. They've been savage with the Charger fans.
Yeah,
lately.
they always throw the Charger. Yo, and back to our last podcast, man. The NFL doing us dirty, man.
With the 12, with the
the 9 out of 12 on the draft.
The Zoom meeting.
That's dirty. I could have got at least 6 people to show up for that if they told me. You know? Oh man.
That was cold.
So Chiefs definitely gonna be exciting this year. Lamar definitely gonna be exciting this year. Hey, he gonna have Mark Ingram again?
I don't know.
That's his boy. You know he gonna try to vouch for that.
Big trust.
Boy.
He got big trust. Like, tatted on him.
Big trust. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna. He's gonna
he
vouch
has
for that
to.
dude. Yeah. No doubt. All right. So, start of the season, we're gonna do a little inaugural game. All right, we're gonna go down the line. We're going alphabetical order from the teams. Odds of winning the Super Bowl. Let's play a little bet on the odds. All right. So let's start off. Arizona Cardinals got some new weapons. Got that D-Hop. They already had Larry Fitzgerald. They're making waves. Look like the NFC West is going to be competitive again this year. What do you guys give Arizona Cardinals odds to win the Super Bowl this year?
I'm going to go with 30-1.
30-1. All right.
I'll give him a little more credit than that.
What you got, John?
I thought Larry Fitzgerald retired, man.
When I know you're still there last year. Hey, Will thought he was still number 1 pick.
What do you mean for
Didn't Will pick
fantasy?
him like top?
He did.
Will, that was like Will's second pick.
I'm not too sure about that because I thought he drafted all Steelers players.
I think that was the one player.
It was the only player that he didn't pick.
Okay.
He had it down to like the coaches. He drafted the coach. He drafted Tomlin.
He got Tomlin in the first round.
He got Tomlin in the third. I'm gonna give him 20-1, dude. 20-1.
All right. And I ain't lying. I got it written down here, but I gave Arizona Cardinals 20-1. Same thing. So we're gonna do real quick. We're gonna do a check-in. So actually, Jorly's closest right now. Odds of Arizona Cardinals to win is 60-1.
Oh damn, that's burnt. I didn't want to murder him like that.
And that means let's bet on him.
I know, right? $5.
Yo, right? Drop $5, you come up, right?
Let's do it.
All right. Next thing, we're gonna go with Atlanta Falcons. What you got, John? What you got?
Oh, what do the Falcons have right now? They pick up anybody new? Or is it still the same?
They got the jerseys from they got the jerseys from the longest yard, the meanest jersey.
I don't see him coming back. I'm going closer to what Jorly picked, which is 30-1 for them.
Yeah.
I don't see too much for them right now.
What you got, Jorly? What you got?
I'll do 25-1.
All right, I got 35-1. Was what I picked. And odds right now of Atlanta Falcons winning the Super Bowl 60-1.
Oh.
All right.
Mahomes, man, messing up the odds.
It's a landslide. It's a landslide. We gonna get up. Just think about this. Just put in perspective the Cardinals, who got some offensive weapons. They have their 60-1. So imagine some of these other teams that some garbage. What's
the highest?
Yeah, let's keep it up on alphabetical order. All right. So Baltimore Ravens, I got 5-1. Baltimore Ravens to win. I got 5-1. What you got, Jordan?
Ooh, I'll do 10-1.
Same. That's what I was thinking right now. 10-1.
All right. And they are 13-2.
Oh, that's 13-2.
Yeah. All right.
Never heard that one before.
Right?
13-2, right?
All right. Buffalo Bills, Jordy. Buffalo Bills.
Bills
Mafia.
40-1.
60-1.
Is that John? You got 60-1?
60-1.
What's the max?
I got 50-1 on the Buffalo Bills.
You said 15?
15 to 1.
15?
Yeah.
They get a new quarterback?
No, they had what's it? Josh Allen last year.
Okay.
They did all right last year. I'm not going to discredit them.
They got Frank Gore?
They got Frank Gore.
They got old man Frank?
They got old man Frank on there. So, all right, Vegas odds. Let's see. Buffalo Bills and Vegas odds on the Bills. Hold up. Jeez. 21.
Oh,
20 to 1. Jorly, you said 40 to 1.
oh, damn.
Yeah. All right. Carolina Panthers. John, go ahead.
Oh.
My star quarterback last year.
Let's do 15 to 1.
15 to 1. All right. Jorly, what you got?
Great white height.
Wait, who's the quarterback for the Panthers?
Not
Who's your number one? Was that your top quarterback?
I'll go with 20 to 1.
I said 21 also. We are way off. Carolina Panthers are 125 to 1.
Oh,
I got 5.
I would even waste 5 on that pick.
We're gonna forget about it. Like,
I put $1 on that. All right,
I
number
never
one
the
draft.
odds to go that high.
Number one draft. You just wait, Jordan. Number one draft. Number one draft, the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, I got 30 to 1 on the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, John, what you got?
I'll do a 50 to 1 on that.
What you
I'll
got?
go 35. 35 to 1.
Right now, Cincinnati Bengals odds to win the Super Bowl are 200 to 1.
Ooh. All right, so they do disrespect them that bad. We better be higher than that.
This is for Super Bowl 55. All right, I'll just let y'all know. All right,
For 2021, right?
yes, 2021.
Which season are we talking about?
All right, Chicago Bears, who just picked up Nick Foles. What y'all got?
The game changer.
The game changer. You win a Super Bowl, but can't win a regular season game.
All right.
All right, what y'all got? Go ahead, throw them at me.
I'm going 100.
Damn. I'll do 80. I was thinking about 100 though, just a clean number.
I had 50. I had 50 to 1. And they are 40 to 1.
Oh, it's probably, you got a chip, so.
I don't know if that's it, but some of these I throw $1 on. Some of these I wouldn't touch with my money. Some of them I'm willing to put $10 on just in case. So, I mean, we'll see. All right, everybody is an underdog team, or literally the dogs. Cleveland Browns. What you got?
Root. 60.
I'll do 150.
Jorly got 150 to 1,
I'll
and
do
John
60.
got 60 to 1. I had a 50 to 1, and the Cleveland Browns are 40 to 1. 40 to 1.
Oh.
I don't know where they're coming up, but apparently those are better odds than last year. So, all right. Apparently this is America's team. We're going with Dallas Cowboys. I got 35 to 1.
Got 50.
25.
And to the disbelief of America, it is 12 to 1.
What? Romo
America's team. Assistant coach.
Wait, did they got a new coach?
I think they fired
Did they fire Gary?
I think so.
That's what I
I
thought.
don't even know. I thought so too, but I don't even know. All right, let's move on. Denver Broncos. What y'all got?
50.
What you got, Jordan?
80.
80 to 1. All right, I had 25 to 1. The Vegas line is 50 to 1.
Hey.
John finally got one. So we finally actually had someone to hit that. So that's pretty good. All right, Detroit Lions. This is no Megatron, by the way. So Detroit Lions.
No, Megatron. No, nobody. 120.
100.
I had 35 to 1. And
Damn, so generous.
I didn't know they went up this high. Because the last time I went to Vegas and bet on the Super Bowl odds before the season started, I thought the highest team that I actually looked up, it was 50 to 1. So I was thinking that was like the limit. Obviously, it's not. And Detroit Lions to win the Super Bowl is, Jorly, you got it at 100 to 1.
Oh. Back to back.
right. You said 250. One of them, right? Or 150. What was the highest one? Like a
200. 201 was the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah.
Sheesh.
All right. Great. Aaron Rodgers in the Green. Well, it might not even be Aaron Rodgers for too long, but Aaron Rodgers is currently the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. I have them 15-1. What you got?
I'll do 25-1.
30.
And
Yeah,
the line is 18-1.
Oh.
Those are low odds. I think that's a way mistake right there, man. I can't believe it.
I mean, maybe he's gonna groom him fast.
I don't know.
Shit.
All right. The newly revamped Houston Texans. I got them at 10-1. What you guys got?
I'm doing a lot higher than that.
I'll do 20.
You'll do 20, Jorly? All right, what you got, John?
I'll do 30.
You do 30? All right, we giving them too much credit because Vegas says they're 60-1 to win the Super Bowl. Which seems about right with their cleaning.
Well, they did the way they're moving people around.
All right, Indianapolis Colts with their brand new veteran quarterback, Phillip Rivers. I got them 20-1. What you guys got?
60.
I'll say 100.
And the line for the Indianapolis Colts to win the Super Bowl is 25-1.
Whoa. They didn't give us those lines when he was on the Chargers.
Yeah,
I don't know how that upped their game
what happened?
because Brissett did pretty good last year, but they still didn't have like offense, any weapons like to go. I mean, they had some good long bombs and some good open plays, but I didn't think they had an offense to get to 25-1.
I know where'd they get all the weapons from this year.
I don't know. All right, we're gonna do
Rivers.
we're gonna do number 16. We're gonna do half the teams. We had Kansas City Chiefs, the returning Super Bowl champs. What y'all got for Kansas City?
2-1.
Same.
Okay.
2-1.
And I have it on my paper. I wrote this earlier, but I had 2-1 also. So all of us are at 2-1, but Vegas has them 4-1 odds.
Oh.
All right. So we did the top 16. I see this not going so well like we planned. So we're just gonna jump around and get some of these teams. All right. Family favorite. We got the Los Angeles Chargers. I almost said San Diego, just like everybody else does in the booth. But what y'all got for the Los Angeles Chargers?
30. We'll do 30.
75.
75. I had them 15-1. The line is 25-1. That's not bad to start the season. I'm just let y'all know. All right, let's see. Let's pick a team. All right. Obviously, New England Patriots is missing their franchise quarterback for the first time in like 100 years.
20.
Jorly, you got 21?
Like
What you got, John?
I got him 40.
40-1. All right. All right, Jorly, me and you tie because I got 20-1, and the Vegas line is 20-1.
Ooh.
Damn.
All right. Another one in alphabetical that ends. New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees returning with Taysom Hill?
10-1 for me.
10-1 for you. What about you, Jordan?
I'll do 25.
25. All right. And I had 10-1. It is 11-1 odds for the Saints. All right. Let's see. One of the teams that choked in the Super Bowl, San Francisco 49ers. What you guys got?
15.
18.
I had 5-1. I had 5-1.
I didn't change it.
18-3.
It's good.
I had them 5-1, and the Vegas line is 7-1 odds. So they're the favorite coming out the East. So, and just last but not least, a team with a branding face, Tampa Bay Bucks. What you got, John?
I'll do 15-1.
15-1. What you got, Jordan?
22.
22.
22 to what? I'm
To 2.
I'm going off a hype and Vegas and what sports trying to hype the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I had 5-1, and I was wrong. The line is 12-1. So Tampa Bay Bucks are actually in the top 10 as far as odds to win the Super Bowl this year. So that was good. So I think this is a regular game. I think we should pick some marquee games throughout the season, week by week, just 4 or 5 games here or there. We can go head to head and do guess the Vegas and see what the odds are and what you guys come up with. All right. Yeah. So moving on. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention or if the world has been paying attention, but the NBA is starting to talk. They're starting to let teams back in their practice facilities at the middle of this month. They're starting to talk like they're going to have a season. They just don't know what it's going to look like just yet. So what's your opinion? I mean, we know what we talked about when we talked about the NFL with no crowd, and a couple weeks ago we talked about NBA playing with no fans. But what do you guys think of the chances that NBA actually starts back up?
I hope it does.
I'm praying for it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think the rest of at least the U.S. is with you. We need something. We need something on a regular schedule, something to look forward to, especially in the sports world. I think The Last Dance, I think it's on their last 2 episodes coming up next week or this weekend.
Oh, that's right. You been on that, Jorly?
No.
Michael Jordan. Yeah,
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Netflix or what?
No,
it's
ESPN.
I watch it on Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on ESPN.
Hulu.
Okay.
That would have been even better if Mo was on right now.
Someone has to log on first because it was only one can log on.
Me and Mo ain't watching it at the same time.
You know,
you can watch Hulu at the same time, but you can't watch the same program at the same time.
Yeah. Can't watch the same episode.
Oh, okay.
You texted Moses, yo, hurry up with that episode 3.
Like the episode starts halfway through.
Like, Moses, hurry up with episode 3, man. That's the only one I haven't seen yet.
No, it's funny because I had logged on and on the TV, like a Hulu on the TV, and I think Mo was logged in one time when we were watching like a Chargers game, so he has Hulu live, and I was like, oh shit, his shit's still logged on over here. I stayed watching.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, I need to watch The Last Dance, and then I guess that's just been on there for like months, probably like a year.
So I'll edit this out because you probably shouldn't let him know.
I owed him, man.
You're over here changing his account, username and password.
Yeah, you should definitely change his password. Just so we can't log in next time.
He'd be pissed.
All right, so let's just say the season start back up. Let's just say the season start back up. Who do you guys got in the Western Conference Finals? WCF, Western Conference Final. Who do you guys got?
Oh, Battle of LA.
I think everyone's got the Battle of LA, the Battle of the 405, man. I think
that's the real finals right there.
Now, to be honest, don't you think some of the NBA would be a little salty? You're talking about 2 teams in LA. They don't even got to switch arenas. I mean, they got to switch the floor.
They just stay. I'd be mad if I had to paint. If I was in charge of all the decals.
You gotta rip them up.
Well, when it's like the first 3 games, you gotta switch the shit.
You gotta go up in the rafters and take down the.
Yeah, like all the bands.
You gotta roll up.
I don't know why they fucking.
Just put all of them over here and delete that one.
For real, they split it. They just need to split it.
Yeah, they just one side says Lakers and one side says Clippers. They
Yeah,
leave it the whole 7 games. No, but I definitely think it would be an LA versus LA situation. I also think it'd be a 7-game situation. I do think one, obviously, each team would take an away game just because there's no way for them, right? So
yeah.
I definitely.
Well, I think every game is an away game for the Clippers. Just knowing, I know there's like a growing fan base for the Clippers, but it's still Laker town over there. It'll never change.
And as a Laker fan, I can agree. It's definitely a Laker town, and I kind of brought up this talk because we got 2 Laker fans here, and then you would have some Clips fans on the side, and we could it out 2 versus 2. But no, I definitely agree. It's still a Laker town, and maybe that's why Ballmer did buy the Forum to kind of expand and see what he could do.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Because I honestly think if he wanted to build a bigger fan base, not necessarily had to be outside LA, but I would think it would have to be a different city.
I wish it was. I wish it would go back over here, just so we got another team.
Yeah. So, moving on, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention or if the world has been paying attention, but the NBA is starting to talk. They're starting to let teams back in their practice facilities at the middle of this month. They're starting to talk like they're going to have a season. They just don't know what it's going to look like just yet. So what's your opinion? I mean, we know what we talked about when we talked about the NFL, no crowd, and a couple weeks ago we talked about NBA playing with no fans. But what do you guys think of the chances that NBA actually starts back up?
I hope it does.
I'm praying for it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think the rest of at least the U.S. is with you. We need something. We need something on a regular schedule, something to look forward to, especially in the sports world. I think The Last Dance, I think it's on their last 2 episodes coming up next week or this weekend.
Oh, that's right. You been on that, Jorly?
No.
Michael Jordan. Yeah, okay. Michael Jordan.
Netflix or what?
No, ESPN.
I watch it on Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on
Mo's
ESPN.
Hulu.
Okay.
That would have been even better if Mo was on right now.
Someone has to log on first because it was only one can log on.
Me and Mo ain't watching it at the same time.
You know when
You
when
can
he's
watch.
watching it.
You can watch
watching
Hulu at
it
the
at
same
3
time,
a.m.
but you can't watch the same program at the same
Yeah. Can't watch the same episode.
Oh, okay.
You texted Moses, yo, hurry up with that episode 3.
Play the episode. It starts halfway through.
Like
Right.
Moses, hurry up with episode 3, man. That's the only one I haven't seen yet.
No, it's funny because I had logged on and on the TV, like the Hulu on the TV, and I think Mo was logged in one time when we were watching like a Chargers game, so he has Hulu live, and I was like, oh shit, his shit's still logged on over here. I stayed watching.
Oh.
I was like, oh yeah, I need to watch The Last Dance, and then I guess that shit's been on there for like months, probably like a year.
So you should edit this out because you probably shouldn't let him know.
I owe the man.
You're over here changing his account,
Changing
username
his
and password.
Yeah, you should definitely change his password
Yeah.
just so he can't log in next time.
He'd be pissed.
All right, so let's just say the season start back up. Let's just say the season start back up. Who do you guys got in Western Conference Finals? WCF, Western Conference Final. Who you guys got?
Oh, Battle of LA.
I think everyone's got the Battle of LA, the Battle of the 405, man. I think that's the real finals right there.
Now,
to be honest, don't you think some of the NBA would be a little salty? You're talking about 2 teams in LA. They don't even got to switch arenas. I mean,
they
got to switch the floor.
They just stay. They should. I'd be mad if I had to paint. If I was in charge of all the decals.
You gotta rip them up.
Well, when it's like the first 3 games, you gotta switch the shit.
You gotta go up in the rafters and take down the
like all the banners.
You gotta roll them up. You gotta roll them up.
I don't know why they fucking make us do this shit.
Just put all of them over here and then leave that one.
For real, they split it. They just need to split it.
Yeah, they just one side says Lakers and one side says Clippers. And just leave it the whole 7 games. No, but I definitely think it would be an LA versus LA situation. I also think it'd be a 7-game situation. I do think one, obviously, each team would take an away game. Just because there's no way for them, right? So I definitely.
Well, I think every game is an away game for the Clippers. Just knowing, I know there's like a growing fan base for the Clippers, but it's still Laker town over there. It'll never change.
And as a Laker fan, I can agree. It's definitely a Laker town, and I kind of brought up this talk because we got 2 Laker fans here, and then we would have some Clips fans on the side, and we could win out 2 versus 2. But no, I definitely agree. It's still a Laker town, and maybe that's why Ballmer did buy the Forum to kind of expand and see what he could do. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Because I honestly think if he wanted to build a bigger fan base, not necessarily had to be outside LA, but I would think it would have to be a different city.
I wish it was. I wish it would go back over here, just so we got another team. You know what I mean?
I would be down for that. I wouldn't change my teams up, right? I would stay a Laker fan, but I'd be definitely down to go watch some Clipper games.
Oh, exactly. Like just for us to have something to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Padre games are cool, but like imagine having like a basketball game.
Yeah, because
not just preseason.
Yeah, no, at like the Valley View Casino and shit.
Yeah.
I mean the Vegas Arena.
Who knows, bro? Who knows? It's like the amphitheater over here. It just changes names every year, so it's no big deal.
Right. Or it used to be like Coors, right? It used to be Coors.
Yeah. It was like Coors, Cricket, Sleep Train, you name
Sleep
it.
Train,
Yeah. I don't even know what it is now. I just know it's next to the water park. That's all I know. So
Yeah. For real.
All right.
But yeah, I do see that going down. Who you got in the East?
Yeah, who y'all got in the East? I got the Bucks and Toronto.
I got my Celtics and the Bucks. Yeah.
Definitely doing the Bucks. Yeah, Celtics.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think Toronto. I mean, I like Toronto, and I think they've made like a good like name for themselves. But I don't know if they're the same without Kawhi, man.
They're not. They wouldn't win. But I think they – well, see, this is kind of hard because obviously the season stopped. So there was kind of a momentum shift or a momentum stop. But I definitely think they had, you know, at the time of the season before this whole before all this happened, I definitely think Toronto had kind of a momentum of showing people that they could still win. You know, everyone kind of wrote them off. Like after Kawhi said he was leaving, he was going to Clippers, everyone was like, well, that's it for Toronto. They don't have DeMar. They don't have Kawhi, you know.
I know. They just got Lowry and what's his name? Shaqam? Or what's his name? What's dude's name? I forget, big man from over there,
but yeah, but I mean they blew up. I mean both of those guys they stepped up and started putting up points, and so
Sycam,
right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But I definitely think they had you know, kind of momentum going into the season.
I see.
Or at the time of the season before all this quarantine happened. So that's I'm going to stay with my pick, because if you would have asked me at the beginning of this quarantine who I thought would win the East, that's who I would have said. So I'm going to stay with my pick. Yeah, I'm going to stay with my pick. We'll see. I definitely can see the Celtics going. They're holding strong.
They got like on paper, like they're hella strong. But when I was watching like a few of their games, and it's just like they just couldn't seem to get like a good streak going. So I don't know. It's like what they need to change. I know they got injuries going on. Like they're always missing like at least one. But I like the young dudes on there. I like Jaylen Brown, and I like Tatum.
I definitely like Tatum. I think he's progressing every year. That's the thing I like about him is
definitely.
Unlike our favorite guy to talk about during preseason, Ben Simmons. Unlike our favorite three-point shooter, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, our favorite three-point shooter, the marksman, Ben Simmons.
the sniper, Ben Simmons.
The sniper.
I actually think Tatum's making some good headway as far as progressing as a player. You see him get better every year, and so that's
right.
why, like I said, I think I could see the Celtics, you know, taking that spot and challenging the Bucks. I don't think anybody playing the Bucks would go 7 games. I think the most that you would see is probably 6.
But
that's just my opinion. Yeah, I think
I feel the same too. I think they're too strong. They got a lot of weapons on that team, and they're slept on. I think because everybody's focused on like the West. You know, so they.
Yeah, even if people come out with their power rankings right now, they put the Bucks at 3 behind both LA teams, and I'm like, you know, they really didn't lose anything from last year. Like,
yeah, they didn't. If anything, they're getting better.
Yeah, and if they would have, if they would have won coming out the East, you know, not saying they would beat, you know, the Warriors or anything, but you know, they definitely had the team and the squad to take on and put a fight up. So I definitely think the Bucks are slept on right now, just because probably 2 of the top 4 names in basketball are living in LA, you know, if not 3 out of 4, you know, living in LA. So, but I think the Bucks take it in 5 or 6 games. And I think they hit the East Finals this year. So, I mean, the championship out the East. So.
I feel you on that.
All right. So we know just from talking, it'd probably be LA versus Milwaukee. Which LA we'll see. When we even see if the season happens, because there's still talk about it might be in a wash, and you know, if you take some opinion,
season?
like the whole season, like just done with it, you know, which would be a waste, bro.
That would be like the worst thing that could fucking happen, bro.
You have
Like, I
the
know
teams, the teams with like their contract ends now. They're not going to be able to play again at the end of the season if it's just
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel bad, and and they're billion dollar millionaires, billionaires, but I feel bad for the players. That's even if they are still getting paid, it's kind of it's got to be nerve wracking to have something that you do, for a certain period of time, like the season, and 9 months out of the year that's all you're dedicating to basketball. And you just don't know when the next time you're gonna actually be on the court is. That's gotta be hard.
Well, you could thank Rudy Gobert.
That dude ain't even sticking around on the Jazz, bro.
Now they got beef now, right?
Yeah, I saw like a month ago.
Him and D Mitchell.
The Spider.
Spider ain't talking right now.
Yeah, I think Spider came out and told the press, you can't save it. It's not safe. It's not safe.
Yeah,
it's not manageable.
wow.
Yeah, I was like,
because
damn.
of the COVID and the microphone incident.
Yeah, because all that
so.
joking around. Yeah,
He played too much.
Yeah, you think you've seen that video of him touching the mics and stuff? You think he was probably doing the same thing in the locker room with everyone?
Yeah, because like if you joke like that, like in public, you got to be joking harder in private.
Yeah, because I don't know what teams y'all been on, but every team that I ever played on, when we just chilling, it's time to joke around. Even when we're trying to get serious, it's hard not to crack jokes with your team. So
yeah,
if he a goof like that, in front of everybody,
press conference.
Yeah,
and plus, like, I mean, I'm guilty of the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, from the very beginning of just not knowing what the thing was, how serious it is, like the severity of what it was, like, so I could forgive him in that kind of thing. And he didn't have like no like ill intent, I don't think, but like just you not knowing the severity of something just fucked it up for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm the same way, man. Like when it all happened, like when it first happened, I was like, yo, at least I get to work from home. And then, like, I was like, like nothing's going on. I don't know why they're being crazy, but as it progressed and, it's the stuff that would come out, I definitely was like, I was completely wrong. And now I'm like, yo, don't open the state up too early, man. I ain't trying to spread this around.
Yeah, now I'm one of those. Now I'm one of them people, like, these idiots want to open up right away.
Yeah. I see people walking at the beach like, what you doing down there? Like,
dude, that shit's scary.
No, it's rough, and it's rough. Like I consider myself sort of an introvert, but it's still rough just being at home all the time, right? Like and simple things like you don't even realize it. Like I want to go to Walmart to go get Post-its or something. I can't do that because I ain't trying to wait in line for 4 hours just to get Post-its.
And risk.
Yeah, like. And Amazon ain't even doing 2-day Prime, so I'm like, do I really want to wait a week for Post-its? Like.
I got some Post-its from Amazon that came in. I got a whole bunch.
Yeah, see.
I'll be stealing my office supplies, so I got Post-its on deck.
Erase. One of your coworkers are gonna end up subscribing. Watch, they're gonna go.
I know. I straight up plug the podcast.
You're gonna get a random spot check of what supplies.
What's in your bag? What's in your lunchbox?
Yeah. Why you always bringing a backpack to work? All right. So let's just say the NBA season ends. Clippers versus. The NBA Finals starts with Clippers versus the Bucks. Who you guys got winning in that one?
You said Clippers?
The Bucks.
Yeah, Clips and the Bucks. Who you guys got winning?
The Bucks. Just because Mo's not here.
Yeah.
Mo gonna hear this later. The Bucks.
Yeah.
The Bucks.
The Bucks. Now, Jorly. I'm not gonna give away my pick. I'm not gonna give away just yet. I'm not gonna give away my pick just yet. But just remember, Kawhi, I want to say, had a lesser team in the Raptors.
When he beat
and they still beat the Bucks. Yeah, they still beat the Bucks. So Who you got?
Yeah, I think I like the Clippers in that matchup. I don't know why. I still have a feeling that even like how strong the Bucks are, I don't know if he can still get him over the hump yet. Like I'm still kind of iffy on that.
You got some playoff experience now.
They do.
They do.
They have what is it, 2 or 3 years in a row now?
Yeah. And getting up there,
Got
getting
deeper and deeper every year.
And that's one of the things you like to see, like improvement, right? Like I said,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You like to see them progress. Now,
Yeah.
For Moses, right after this, you can stop the podcast because I'm gonna say the Bucks. The Bucks. All right. So Mo, did you stop? All right, good. All right, no, but if the Clips play the Bucks, I would take the Clips. I think the Clippers, and only because of Kawhi Leonard. I think he is one of the most progressive players as far as the NBA is concerned, and I think he showed it last year. He could take any team and understand their strengths. And push everybody in their strengths, right? It's kind of like that Jordan thing, right? Like he found what everybody on his team did the best and made sure they did that. Like Rodman, I don't need you to score. I need you to rebound. I need you to steal. I need you to put that D on people.
Hustle.
So we can score, right?
Yeah.
And I think Kawhi is kind of the same way, like. Paul George, what are you the best at? PG, what are you the best at? You're good at playing D. You're good at that assist. And he makes him focus on that. And you kind of see it. Paul George has been inconsistent as far as how many points he puts up per game this season. And I think Kawhi is the X factor in that. So to honestly say, even though I don't like it, if the Clips won the West and they played the Bucks, they probably win. But let's flip that. Let's take the Clippers out of there, and let's just throw in the other LA team, purple and gold, the only LA team. If the Lakers play the Bucks, who you guys got?
I got the Lakers.
The Bucks
on that one.
Are not winning.
You laugh, boy. You know why I think the Lakers got it? Just that Mamba mentality, bro. It's just gonna be they're gonna do it for Kobe this year.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do it for him this year.
And I honestly think the Lakers will take it. And for what you just said, and as good as LeBron has been all year, I definitely think even though they lost the Kobe game where they had the memorial and everything, I definitely think they were putting it on their backs to bring a title to the Lakers again, just because. I mean, we lost a Laker great. There's a lot of them, but especially for this generation, in the 2000s, 2010s, and now the 2020s, Kobe was like the Laker legend. Like if you didn't know basketball before the 2000s, you would know.
Yeah.
And I definitely think they were trying to bring that home.
I think so, man. They're playing for a big reason. So, I mean, on top of just everything, just playing from being not even in the playoffs last year, and then just like the biggest turnaround, I think they could do that.
Yeah, and I know LeBron got like that. They said he had the chip on his shoulder for being not being considered the number one player. Everyone talking about how he's getting up there in age and he probably won't play as well. I know he got that, but I think with all that combined and LA losing Kobe, I definitely think the Lakers will take it. And
man, the media is blind because that man's playing fucking great.
Lights out, bro. Lights out.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is, but I feel it's like straight up like wine, man. I think he gets better every year. Like it was like that Jordan thing too, like where Jordan spent most of his career in the beginning of just wanting to score most and just putting all of it on his back. And I think now that LeBron has those weapons, he can actually like dish it out like way more than he already does. Like he's comfortable to trust other people, and he just has a lot more to work with. this year.
And not to compare the two, but just like that made Jordan kind of a dangerous player even later in his game. I think it makes LeBron even more dangerous, knowing that when the right people are in, he trusts them to take the shots when he creates them for him, or to dish it to him when he creates a lane for himself, So I definitely think not to keep comparing the two, especially since with the last dance out, everyone's now comparing the two even more. But I think that's what makes them a dangerous player is when you get to that age to have people around you that you trust and very well. I think that makes you even more of a weapon than before.
Yeah, like it's less load off your back and you're more working as a team, like versus just you carrying the whole team on your back. So.
Yeah. All right. So rounding up on sports, we're gonna move to our conspiracy corner, our conspiracy theories, and we got not really a conspiracy, but we decided to take a turn on this. I think this would be a good segment for us to go through, and we're gonna do an unpopular opinion. And like I sent out the format, I'm picking on one person, and I'm glad he showed up today. So, John, I want you to give me your most unpopular opinion.
Wait, just on anything? Just on
anything.
You guys are not gonna like this.
This is what we want. What you got?
But Donald Trump. No, I'm just playing.
That's how you get the views.
I'm trying to make us go viral, baby. Oh man, I've been thinking about this, like honestly, Kevin Hart's not that funny to me anymore. That's my thing. I think.
The last series was him, right?
Yeah, I think he's overexposed and he's just involved in too much, and like you just see too much of him, and he's not that funny no more.
All right, now for the internet out there, don't come for my channel just yet. All right. Oh. And you doing this Kevin. After he just came back from his rehab from that accident.
From his back surgery, from his back.
Yeah, you kicking a man while he's just getting up. Just stop him.
No, he's back up. He's healthy. He's working out again. I see him.
Got a vitamin line. What's the vitamin?
Now, okay, let's make another clear stat here. When do you think he became unfunny?
I want to say like a good 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. I want to say. I'm a big Kevin fan too. I'm a big Kevin fan. But I just don't think he's that funny anymore. I think I just need to see less of him.
And so
like behind the scenes. Because Dave, you watch Dave yet?
Yeah, I seen Dave. Yeah.
He's behind the scenes in that.
Well, he's an executive. He's an executive producer, and
I like him as an executive producer.
I know what I've heard about executive producers. They get their name credit, and
it's just the name,
and they put some money on it, but they don't really have involvement in the creative process. Now, I don't know if that's for every executive producer, but
welcome.
I do know that the world still loves Kevin Hart. He got his YouTube channel. He got his SiriusXM. People still subscribe to SiriusXM just to listen to him.
Yeah, I was about to say, what? Like, how?
I know there's two people on XM radio, and it's like, what's the old boy in New York? Stern. Howard Stern.
Oh, Howard Stern?
Howard Stern and Kevin Hart, the only two people keeping XM radio alive. So.
Really?
So, I mean, there's other people with shows, but I know those are like the two highest grossing XM radio people. So I know the world still loves Kevin Hart. But as unpopular as this opinion is, I have to agree. I have to agree. Now, I want to actually take it deeper than you. And I want to say it was about 5 years ago. I went to go see him at San Diego State. I forget which tour that was. And he was funny, and he definitely has some funny parts. But I wasn't laughing as much as I was on his earlier stuff.
Yeah, that's how I am now. Like, you're right. That's how it is with me. Like, I remember his, like you said, Jorly, like the past two haven't been like super memorable, and like nothing really stuck out. And I think a lot of his stand-up came to like a lot of made-up stories, so it wasn't as real or relatable as it would be. And that's what I was just like, dang, like he's just making up stories now.
Like before, you'd be like, oh, that's a true story. That could be a true story. Now,
yeah, that's like a true story.
Probably didn't happen.
And knowing that it's a true story makes it a lot more relatable, which makes me like the comedy even more because I'm laughing because that happened. You know, that could happen
to any of us. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
being a family man too. That's why I kind of like I liked his early stuff because he would talk about his kids a lot and just like the truthfulness in parenthood. And
yeah, what was that? What was it? Grown little man, where he was
grown little man
talking about his son and the head, like keep your head still, boy. You know, and that made me think of like when I was a father, you know, and my kids were babies, and you know, when you first get them, that's all they do is this.
Yeah, like
they can't hold their own head up. Yeah.
When the kids do this shit. Like,
yeah, or this, yeah.
That, like,
what's that? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Like, yeah, the early shit had me rolling. And he's just been dying out. Maybe like stand-up wise, I'm talking about. But I don't know how successful. I haven't watched his like the one with Bryan Cranston when he's in a wheelchair. I didn't watch that one.
So I actually saw that movie.
Was that good?
As a drama movie. As seeing Kevin Hart. I don't want to say play a different character, but kind of step out of, you know, kind of that comedy role where it's all just funny.
That's another thing too, is I feel like he's the same character in every movie.
Yeah, so this one was a little different, right? And I actually thought it's called The Upside, and I actually thought it was a pretty good movie. But you can still see a little of Kev Hart, you know, when there were lines to deliver, when there were, you know, scenes in that were supposed to be funny. You still see, you know, the Kev Hart, you know, and
I see.
And it's gonna be hard, you know. He'd have to play something like completely off brand to
yeah, like I would
separate,
which I can't imagine for him. Like I just can't.
Yeah, and that's it. I think another thing is he's too afraid to do something way out there because nobody would watch.
Yeah.
You know, nobody would care if Kev Hart did some weird ass movie because.
I did enjoy his when he's in the tub. What's that shit? Cold as balls or something?
Oh, Cold as balls?
Yeah, Cold as balls. I think that some of that stuff is pretty funny.
I think that's funny. And what's the one where he works out?
Oh, with his trainer?
No, he does it with celebrities. He has a YouTube show where he works out with other celebrities and they pick weird shit like.
But with his trainer though, right? With his
no. Like what's that guy? Pete, he has from Saturday Night Live. Pete
Davidson.
Yeah, Pete Davidson. Davidson. He. It was like it's like a fit show, and for their activity, they helped the family move, so they were like a moving company. And they
I haven't even heard of it.
And he took Rebel Wilson to like a karate class or something like that. And man, I got to send y'all a link to it because it's that's another one of his shows. But it's just straight Kev Hart. But you know, he's just doing, you know, active stuff. But I do agree, one of his funniest bits is him and his trainer.
Yeah, I think whatever comedy they got going on is so natural just because they have like a mutual like hate for each other, but like in a good way. Like So I do enjoy watching that stuff. I follow both. I still follow Kevin. Don't get it twisted. I still follow Kevin Hart, and I still think you know, he's funny, but I think he was just overexposed and just losing that like laugh factor when I'm just like my stomach's hurting from laughing at his jokes.
I agree. I still follow Kevin. Obviously, I still watch a bunch of his YouTube stuff. But I do think there is a lot of Kevin Hart out there, and I actually think it benefited him just to dial it back a little bit. Maybe not take so many movie parts.
That's what I think. I think he's like accepting anything coming his way.
Yeah, because they got the money and they'll say, "Hey, do this, and we'll give you, $60 million."
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
"All right."
I wouldn't turn nothing down either.
Yeah. I don't blame him, right? I don't blame him.
Man.
And by the way, Kev, if you're watching, Kev, you want us to throw a sponsorship on the pod, let me know. I'll throw it up there. It'll be laugh out loud all the way across the top.
Yeah.
Heartbeat. Hey, if you want to sign us, Heartbeat Productions, we're up for sale too.
Diaper, baby.
All right, y'all got anything else going on?
Diaper change.
Nothing.
Diaper
Just being
change?
essential.
Just being essential. John's being essential. Jorly's changing diapers. That's essential. All right, so I think that wraps it up for another episode of Randomville. Appreciate y'all. I know, John, you hit him with your TikTok.
Oh yeah, dancing Pinoy man, 69.
And this is the first time on the pod, so Jorly, you want them to follow you on anything?
I don't go on much social media anymore. I got nothing.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So for those of you on social media, for those of you on the internet, you can follow me on IG at Cash Exploit. I'll put it right here. Please follow the pod on Instagram, Randomville, bam, and go and follow our parent company, True Island Nobility, also on IG. And the YouTube link will be right above me, so you can follow True Island Nobility, where we'll post all the episodes, all the podcasts, and following shows. So, all right, bros. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank you for having a good episode. Y'all got anything to say before we bounce?
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button.
Joey's just happy to be on the pod. And he right. Hit that subscribe button. Click that, ring that bell, and that way you'll be alerted whenever we have new episodes. All right, y'all. Keep it safe. Have a good evening. Peace out.